Welcome everyone. This is our draft day vlog. Um, draft means that as we draft. So it's going to be a pretty entertaining draft. We'll see how well the picks go later on in the rounds. Behind us here, you see this is our draft board. The stickers on there are the keepers that we've already established. So as an explanation for you guys, our keeper system, how it works is wherever they were drafted last year, you keep them at that round. So Mike Trout was drafted in the 19th round, so he gets to be kept in the 19th round, which is a pretty dang good deal. So didn't know if you guys had anything to say about our keepers this year, likes, dislikes.
Well, one of the keeps that we got on this is right here with this pick. He's third overall, but it's Tim Lincecum. I don't understand.
Yeah,
that's one keep that really just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, not good value in the third round overall.
No.
He's going much later than that, and keeping him that early.
I mean, he's going like maybe 15th round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a lot of high hopes there for Lincecum to have a bounce back year, but still not really worth a third round.
Hopefully, he can heal from that blister on his hand.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So some other good ones that we like. Buster Posey up. Oh boy, right there. That's Buster Posey in the 4th round, which I think is outside of Mike Trout, I think that's the best keep out of anyone this year because he's getting him at a 4th round value when he's going in the 1st, sometimes 2nd round in almost every mock draft. So
kudos to Clay though, because last year Buster Posey, he coming back from an injury. Sometimes sometimes players they just can't get back to their full potential. But Buster Posey not only got back to his full potential, but went beyond his skill from the year before. So
yeah,
that was a good scout by Clay.
Yeah, definitely.
I think another good one we got right here, round 9, is Yu Darvish. Yu Darvish is going way early in the draft, and he's got potential. We talked about this before we started this, that he's got great potential to win the AL Cy Young this year. So getting him in the 9th round is great value.
Yeah,
overall.
He's going to give you probably a lot of wins, good ERA, and definitely a lot of strikeouts, which are huge stat categories for our pitchers in our league. Other bad ones, Adam Dunn.
Where is he?
Right below 23rd round. You're too high.
Right there.
Oh, yeah, right there. Adam Dunn.
I mean, it's only a 23rd round pick, but Adam Dunn probably isn't a player that should be on your team.
Yeah, he hasn't even, all the mock drafts that I've done so far this year, he hasn't even been drafted.
And if he is drafted, he's drafted in the 25th round.
Yeah, so
he's not
giving up any pick for him is probably not the best thing, but I guess someone wants that power surge and hoping that it comes back.
See another one I don't like.
Carlos Gonzalez in the 2nd round.
Carlos Gonzalez. I mean, he's a 1st round, 2nd round pick, but the thing is Carlos Gonzalez is on the Rockies, and they're not projected to have another good season. So, in low RBIs, he's going to give you a bunch of homers, probably get some steals, but yeah. I just don't think I'm not a big supporter of Carlos Gonzalez. So,
another good cluster right here behind Jeff's head. These are my keeps. Paul Goldschmidt in the 11th round. I think he's going to have a huge year. And then Adam Wainwright in the 12th round. Danny actually drafted him there last year kind of as a stash pick and then traded him to me because that's how we do. And now I'm going to keep him. And I think at the 12th round, that's a huge value. I think his stats are going to go back up to pre-injury stats, and that's going to be big for me.
Good.
I was going to say, I like my keeps as well. My keeps are right over here. I've got Alan Craig right there, R.A. Dickey in the 24th round, and then I've got Rafael Soriano way there at the top. I'm the only person that actually kept a closer, but he's a closer that's going to get you 42 saves for the Nationals, and I get him in the 25th round. I feel like I couldn't pass that up. Now my other closer probably won't draft until the 25th round or 23rd, 21, whatever my last round is. That's why I'm going to draft my other closer because I don't put too much value in closers. But if I can get a good one in the 25th round, I can't pass that up.
I put no value in closers. I will not be drafting a closer this year. Last year I drafted Joakim Soria, and
That day he was told he had to get Tommy John surgery.
I drafted him, and then like 2 hours later I saw a tweet that said he was getting Tommy John surgery, and I drafted Drew Storen, who was also out for the entire season. So I will never draft a closer again.
It wasn't even 2 hours later. It was like
I think
it
we
was
were
like
still
two,
doing
it was
the
like
draft.
2 seconds
Yeah,
later.
yeah,
man.
We were still drafting, and
So stay away from closers if you haven't drafted yet.
I'm a big fan of my own keepers. I got right over here behind Brian. I've got Ian Desmond in the 22nd round. Todd Frazier.
Putting a lot of stock in.
I'm putting a lot of stock in Ian Desmond. I think that easily a 2020 type guy, and then 23rd round. That's quite a steal in my own opinion, because he's been going about 11th, 12th round in all the mock drafts that I've done. So
My other two keepers up here, Miguel Cabrera, first round, greatest baseball player alive. So obviously getting him anywhere is going to be a steal. And then Justin Verlander, best pitcher alive, in the third round. When he's going most often, he's going in the first round, early second. So getting him middle of the third round I think that's a pretty sweet deal for me. So
one of the other keepers I really am not a fan of is Ryan Howard in round 13. One, Phillies are not that good. They're still trying to contend without doing a rebuild. They're in that little weird phase, so I don't think Ryan Howard's value is that high. Plus, he's getting drafted in like round 17, so I don't think that's a good keep.
When Ryan Howard got drafted last year in the 13th round, he had that injury, and everybody thought, I thought at that time that drafting him in the 13th round would be good value coming into this season. But all the drafts that I've done so far, he's been going way late, 17th or 18th round. So it looked good at the time last year, but not so much, this time around.
I don't mean to harp on Danny over here, but he's keeping Aaron Hill 17th round. I know that Aaron Hill had a phenomenal year last year. I'm not going to take that away from him, but I think that was a fluke year. I think Aaron Hill is going to go back to being a below average second baseman.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing with second base is that you have Robinson Cano, Dustin Pedroia, Aaron Hill, Brandon Phillips, Jason Kipnis. Maybe you could throw in that top 5, but even after Brandon Phillips, there is a significant drop in second base, and like a significant drop. So I think that getting Aaron Hill in the 17th round, I don't have to focus on looking at second basemen at all. I know I have him. I can focus on getting power outfielders, or I can focus on getting pitching. So I really like that keep.
For me, second base is the late round gem type of draft position. That's the one where I never touch in the early rounds, and then I try to get a steal late in the rounds. Like last year, I took Jose Altuve, I think 22nd round, 22nd, 23rd round. He ended up being top 10 second baseman, arguably even top 5, and so. That's what I'm going to be going for this year is one of my last picks. I already got a guy in mind for who I'm going to take and hope that he turns out.
You can bank on Jurickson Profar making the opening day roster for the Rangers.
You'd hope so.
But you don't know how much playing time he's going to get because you haven't seen Ian Kinsler play in center field well this year, which is what the Rangers have talked about. But you can expect Ian Kinsler to be the opening day second baseman.
Yeah, there's still the potential for Andrus being dealt. To open that up, potential talks with the Tigers for Porcello.
Also with the Cards, they need a shortstop.
So there's still potential of Andrus getting traded and opening that spot for Profar. But again, he would be a guy to draft late, and I don't know if that's the guy I would take.
I've had him in my strategy of my last round pick, but the fact that Kinsler has played every day at second base, I can't waste a pick on him.
Yeah, it's going to be risky. So, but yeah, that's kind of how we do keepers. That's some of our thoughts on our own keepers. We'll be drafting today. We'll probably do a recap. Probably not tonight because we're going to have some drafts in us. But
tomorrow is St. Patty's Day.
Maybe tomorrow, maybe some other day. We might do a recap on our podcast. But wish us luck.